welcome to SAP Chats, where we make corporate discussions fun and engaging. Today, I'm at the SAP office in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, 7,000 kilometers away from my home country, Morocco, with the VIP guests, Ahmed Dawoud. Ahmed, thanks for having me here today.
Thank you, Walid, and welcome to Riyadh and Saudi Arabia and to our region in Middle East North. How are you?
Good, thanks. Ahmed Dawoud, you are the Vice President of Strategy for SAP in the region of Middle East Africa North, right?
Correct, yes.
You have spent more than 20 years in the telco industry, holding different positions in sales, marketing, and management. And looks like your colleagues describe you as the right arm of the president of the region of Middle East Africa North. So how would you describe your role at SAP?
Okay, thank you very much, Walid. And let me start by saying, yes, I come from a telco background. I've been working in the telco industry for more than 20 years before joining SAP. So I worked in Vodafone in Egypt and in Ericsson, also in the region here. And I've worked for 14 years in Zain in Saudi Arabia. Zain is the third mobile operator in Saudi Arabia. So yes, I come with an aggregate experience of 20 years in the telco background, and this helped me a lot when I joined SAP, because I come from like the customer background, and telco is a very vibrant and evolving industry, you know, and this industry, the telco industry, is embracing technology every second, not every day even. I mean, by the second. I mean, new trends and new emerging technologies are occurring all the time in the telco industry. So with this mindset, with this customer mindset coming from a telco background, joining SAP, this really helped me to embrace technology, to embrace new ways that SAP is really adding, you know, to enhance the way customers are adopting technology and AI, for example, in all industries. So coming from a customer background helped me in SAP to think like a customer, to see how the customer. What are the customer needs, and how we can adopt this strategy, you know, of thinking about the customer and putting the customer first in SAP. So yes, I come from a telco background, from a long long track record in the telco background. I joined SAP 3 years ago exactly. So in October 2021, I joined SAP, and I'm celebrating now my
happy birthday.
I'm celebrating my 3rd anniversary in SAP, and these 3 years, in my opinion, have added a lot to my career. I have learned a lot during these 3 years. I would compare these 3 years in SAP to maybe 6 years or 9 years in other companies or other industries.
Wow.
Really, I've learned a lot, and currently I'm yes the chief or the VP of strategy in the Middle East and Africa North, and I'm also the chief of staff for Ahmed Al-Fifi, who's the president, or who's the senior vice president for this region.
Thanks for this amazing intro. Speaking about telco, do you think that your 20 years of experience in that industry had an impact in all of these achievements that you have led, like the opening of the public cloud, the first public cloud in the region for enterprise solutions, and maybe private cloud as well? So do you see any direct impact in this success?
Yes, indeed. I mean, as I said, telco is a very vibrant industry, and it's like at the center of all industries and all engagements with the public and in private sector, because also the telco operators, they deal with different public sector entities and also most of the private sector entities on their business side, and also of course with the consumers, like the day-to-day activities that they do with the consumers. Again, I mean, this customer mentality, helped me a lot, because
Yes.
this is what we have put, as a core in our strategy in SAP, is really to think always of the customer. How would our solutions be very well suited and adopted by the customers, and how also to reach the customers and interact well with the customers. This is really very important. SAP is a very, of course, technology driven company with also innovations by the day happening in SAP. However, also approaching the customer with the right business value to the customers, and also understanding the needs of the customers is also plays a pivotal role in embracing SAP solutions, and also making it easier for SAP to sell its solutions to all the different public and private sectors companies in the region. Of course, our headquarters is in Riyadh here in Saudi Arabia, and we are overseeing a vast region extending from totally the west, like Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and also the Francophone Africa, going through Egypt, and then until the east. When we are also managing Iraq, Pakistan, Bahrain, Kuwait, and our headquarters is in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia, of course, constitutes about a big portion of the revenues that we get from this vast region, and also the dynamics and the growth that we are having here in Saudi Arabia is driving the growth also in other countries and other market units across our cluster.
All right. So in conclusion, put yourself in the shoes of the customer, and that
Yes,
was
for sure. Sorry, I went through to another piece of information regarding the where we are here
and this is very important.
Saudi Arabia.
Thanks for this.
Yes, because but again, what helped me is really to put myself in the shoes of the customer, exactly as you mentioned. And again, I would like to reiterate that we are managing a vast region, very dynamic region, lots of similarities, of course, but it's a vast region and with different challenges, of course, in each market unit that we are handling and managing.
All right. I usually with my guests do a rapid fire quiz.
Okay.
To know them more and to get them closer to the audience.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 5 questions, simple questions, but there are some rules. Okay. So you are allowed to respond with one word or one expression only. You're not allowed to explain or to justify.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, you can come back to one question and then elaborate.
Indeed.
Are you ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. So speaking about this vast territory or this vast region of Middle East Africa North, what's the city that made the biggest impact or impression on you?
That's a difficult question. Riyadh.
Riyadh. Again, in this territory, you have mentioned a lot of countries, so like Francophone Africa, Iraq, and so on. What's, according to you and your experience, what will be these cultural common points between all of these countries?
Our welcoming culture, our warm culture.
Warm culture.
Yes.
Let's take it. You're Egyptian, right?
Yes, I come from Egypt, yes.
What's the one thing that makes you proud of Egypt?
Determination, determination, perseverance, growth.
Okay. Now we are in a scenario where you have to choose between speed or quality in execution. What would you choose?
Quality.
Quality. Last question. If I give you 2 tickets, one to GITEX and one to LEAP, to which event will you go?
That's an easy question. Leap.
Excellent.
We are the ones who joined Leap at its first version in KSA, and SAP was really one of the biggest exhibitors in Leap. So it's really very near to our hearts here.
All right.
And our region as well.
So you have already developed the answer.
Yes,
Would you like to come back to one of the questions? So there was a question about the city that made the impression, the cultural point in the region, proud of SAP Egypt, speed and quality, GITEX and LEAP. Which one would you like to elaborate more?
I think I would like to elaborate on the first question. I've personally, of course, I come from Egypt. I've lived in Egypt for maybe like 30 years, plus or minus. But since that time, since now 18 years, I've been living in Riyadh, and this city has grown tremendously in all aspects. And that's why it has a big impact on me. And this is why I chose Riyadh, because I've been here since 2006, if I recall. Yes, so this is almost even 18 years. And I have seen the city grow really rapidly, and also grow in a very sustainable manner as well. So it's dear to my heart, and this is like my second home, and this is why I chose Riyadh, because it really made an impact on the way I live, and also on the way I interact with different customers, with different people, with my colleagues at work. So that's why I chose it.
All right, fantastic. Speaking about your colleagues at work, to get you more closer to the audience, I tried to find out on the internet some information about you. Mm-hmm. I did not manage, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to ask you a basic question. How do you disconnect from work on a daily or weekly basis? Tell us something about you outside of the corporate world.
We put many hours of work, of course, in SAP, all of us, and you know this, and it's at least 12 to 14 hours, and it extends beyond the normal working hours. However, I have developed this habit also that once you are out of the corporate walls, and even if I have other things to do related to work, or phone calls, or attending to some meetings online, or maybe even meeting some people, I try to enjoy this specifically, outside work, and really think of it as an outing, or think of it even as a like sometimes I take calls at night from a restaurant, for example, because the ambience and the way it's happening around me really disconnects me. So I try to enjoy what I'm doing after working hours, even if I'm working, but in nice settings. I really enjoy like going out in nice restaurants. Of course, if I have nothing to do, I do lots of sports, or I also stay with my family so that I can disconnect completely. And I must say I'm successful in this, and that I'm not really stressed at home. Some people take work at home or like at night, and this is really difficult because like the next morning when they wake up, they are really drained already. So this disconnect, even if I'm doing some work, I developed this habit of doing it in a soft manner, or in a light manner, and sports, family, and really going out in nice places in Riyadh or in wherever I am really disconnects me. So this is what I do. Sports also is important Unfortunately, I do it at night because
Any sports in particular?
I used to play tennis a lot and racket games like now paddle and this really disconnects me as well and gets some energy, negative energy sometimes out. So this is good. I do gym lately. I also play soccer with my kids, my colleagues, my friends. So yeah, these three areas.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Now there is a topic. I think it might be one of the topics of your heart, the SAP Academy for Engineering. Yesterday, while preparing our interview, I came across a video and I saw you quickly speaking, and you said something like, "Getting out from your comfort zone will help you grow," something like this, right?
Correct.
Can you tell us more about the context of this SAP Academy for Engineering?
Very good. This is a very good point that you have raised, and you're spot on. One of the pillars of our strategy that we have formulated in our region is upskilling talents, local talents. We started with Saudi Arabia, but then we extended it to our whole region. So upskilling of local IT talents specifically is one of our core pillars of our strategy. And this is very important because we want our customers, and this is really directed to our customers, upskilling the talents of customers, not SAP workforce, because SAP, of course, we go through lots of trainings and there are entities that are responsible for upskilling the talents of SAP employees. However, I'm talking about the customers, the partners, and our partners. We believe that by upskilling the workforce on digital transformation, on digital technologies, on the latest IT and technology trends, will benefit them and SAP as well, because SAP is about technology, it's about innovation. So with a customer who is really embracing innovation and understands very well the specifics of technology and the trends, where are we going, this is a customer that is, at the end of the day, will partner up hand in hand with SAP to grow, both of us, SAP and the customer. So upskilling is an investment that SAP is doing. And we are the only region in SAP that have got this benefits from our global CEO, Christian Klein, to convey this or to upskill the local talents for our customers. So we have our flagship institute of education of SAP. It's called the SAP Academy for Engineering. It is in the US, in California, in San Ramon. It's our flagship institute for SAP, and it has been always targeting the top talents in SAP. So the top 1% of the engineers and IT developers and engineers in SAP, they go to SAP Academy for Engineering in San Ramon in California. Christian Klein gave us this opportunity to open up this academy for our customers. So we, in 2022, we started this journey with the Ministry of Communication in Saudi Arabia. And Christian Klein, he signed this memorandum of understanding with His Excellency, the Minister of Communications and Information Technology in Saudi Arabia, whereby we onboard the top talents, IT talents from Saudi Arabia, being related to MCIT itself, the Ministry of Communication, or any public sector or private sector in Saudi Arabia. And we started the program, and we onboarded these candidates after a very thorough assessment, and I must say a difficult assessment, whereby we chose the best talents really, and we took them to the academy in San Ramon for 1 month.
Wow.
So they stayed there for 1 month. We had lots of course, top IT talents coming from various organizations, MCIT, Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Defense, Giddiya, NEOM, many
big names.
customers, yes,
Right.
big names, very big names in Ministry of Sports, NCGR. I don't want to forget the organizations, but many top and important organizations in KSA, and they went through this transformative program, and whereby they went out of their comfort zone. And this is where I mentioned this, because this program is a holistic development program. It's of course it's focusing on technology, but also it has this leadership and also communication and human skills aspect. And also they get, of course, exposed to the various dynamics happening in Silicon Valley in the US. So the SAP Academy for engineering, the leadership team there, they are very close friends to us here in the region, and they have really invested a lot of efforts and time to upskill these talents and get them out of their comfort zone. And we repeated this program for 3 times, and the 4th one is happening starting this month, and they will travel actually by the end of November to the US again for the 4th cohort happening this year. And we extended this to the region in the other iterations of the program, whereby we had participation from Kuwait, from Bahrain, from Iraq. Also, we have extended it to Egypt and Francophone African. We're very happy that this program is really adding value and causing these IT talents to really grow and get out of their comfort zones.
That's amazing. So you guys are lucky. Well, you deserve it for sure, but it's great to know that our region has been part in this program.
Yes.
Okay, now let's speak about business, innovation and business.
Mm-hmm.
Innovation hub. I've heard that we have an innovation hub in Saudi Arabia, maybe, or in other parts of the region. So what's the innovation hub about?
Innovation is a core, again, is one of the top priorities for SAP worldwide, globally. And the innovations that SAP is doing specifically on AI is something that remarkable and is really attracting attention for all to all our partners and to all our customers. So we believe that innovation is key to growth again, and is very important to be embraced in the right manner with the right ecosystem. So we decided to build 2 innovation centers. Actually, there is an innovation center or an experience center, we call it experience center, in Egypt, that is focusing more on retail and mid-market, and it's showcasing SAP latest technologies, latest use cases.
Yeah.
And many customers have visited this experience center that we have in
I visited
Cairo.
this one actually, and there was some IoT devices.
Exactly, a retail as intelligent supermarket
Exactly.
use case and intelligent retail use cases there, and it's very exciting because we have used this also to show our customers what SAP can do and how they can transform their business and digitize their customer journey and their internal operations as well. So this came in service, I believe, in 2023, early 2023 or late 2022, and this is really serving lots of our customers. The innovation hub that we build in Khobar, in the eastern region in Riyadh, has a different angle. So it's also an experience center whereby we show different solutions of or lines of business of SAP. So we show what we have, the latest trends we have in ERP, the latest trends we have in procurement, Ariba, success factors, HR, customer experience. We show this in this beautiful center that we have in Khobar, but also it has what we call an innovation garage or an innovation hub, whereby we do design thinking sessions with partners and customers who are willing to come up with innovative use cases that are very crucial to their business. So we have identified key challenges that some of our customers have, and we have identified specific use cases whereby it will most probably or hopefully solve critical issues that are in their operations cycle, or it will add to their top revenues. So these are very specific use cases that we are co-developing with some of our key strategic customers, and also having a partner on board whereby this partner would even contribute to try to develop it, technically develop these use cases. So an example would be Aramco. And this is one of the reasons also why we are near the eastern region, where to be close to Aramco and all its subsidiaries, whereby there are some specific use cases that we are co-developing with them, and this innovation hub is primarily responsible for driving the ecosystem or drawing an ecosystem and building an ecosystem for this for these innovation use cases to come to light and commercialize it in the right manner.
So it's not just a hype or marketing. I mean, as you said, there are customers there. We are working with them together, hand in hand, to develop use cases. We do sessions.
We do design thinking sessions. We draw with them the journey of how we want to come up with an innovation use case from the first place, how to tie it to technology, how to transform it from a business idea into a technology implementation, into technology implementation, and how to involve a partner to implement it, and at the end of the day have a product in place. So this is what we do in the innovation hub, of course, plus this experience center to our customers, because this experience center also shows the daily innovations that we are doing, and the new trends that are happening, and it's a good showcase to show them what SAP is really doing every day.
True. Yeah. So after these use cases are validated, something happens, right? I mean, they're gonna be life cycle of
exactly, and the beauty of this innovation center or innovation hub is that these innovation use cases, once they are turned into a real product, the customer and the partner, they will have the leverage to use, of course, this product, but also to maybe upsell it to other customers using SAP worldwide. So it's a source of revenue for the whole ecosystem, even for the customers.
Okay, they monetize.
They can monetize it, and this is the aim, and this is what we want to do.
Interesting. Okay, so if I am a customer, can I run my system and my data, all my IT, let's say, in cloud? But for example, can I go to hyperscalers but stay local? Do you see my point? Can SAP solutions run on hyperscalers locally in the region?
Very good. Again, hyperscalers or hosting. I mean, our strategy again is to go cloud as much as we can, and this is an integral, core pillar of our strategy, SAP worldwide. So we are really accelerating the adoption of cloud, and this is our mission here in the whole region. In some market units where we operate, some of the countries, they mandate that we work on a local data center, and we host the solutions locally in the country. And this is whereby we have very strong partnerships with hyperscalers, local hyperscalers in the countries where we operate. And we, of course, we can host all of our SAP solutions on these hyperscalers in local data centers. So this is again a strategy that we are pursuing in most of our countries, whereby we host SAP solutions locally as much as we can. Of course, there are some certain SAP solutions that are still globally available only, not in the region, but the strategy is really to make it available. An example would be SAP Business Network, the full suite of Ariba Network and SAP Business Network.
Yes.
So this is a huge investment from SAP, whereby they are committed globally to bring the SAP Business Network to be operated out of our region, in Riyadh specifically, or in Saudi Arabia, to serve the whole region. This SAP Business Network is the Amazon of B2B, and this is the largest B2B marketplace on earth, having transactions of more than $5 trillion per year, and billions of transactions, and companies, millions of companies registered on this business network. So this business network currently operates only out of the US. However, it is being brought as a second global node, only to Saudi Arabia. So this shows our strategy of bringing such important solutions to be hosted or operated out of Saudi Arabia, and this will really benefit the whole region, because trade transactions, digital trade transactions, because again, it's like Amazon will be centralized here. So this will really encourage local companies or regional companies to trade on this business network, buy and sell on this business network, and this will, of course, in turn create a digital hub in the region, a digital trade hub in the region, and this is what our aspiration, to have Riyadh and Saudi Arabia as the digital trade hub in the region.
Interesting. So now let's move to the people section. So those who make all of this happen. Yes. So first of all, I know that you're dealing with more than 20 countries, right? Francophone Africa itself, it's a big territory, and then we have the Middle East. Can you tell us what's the most challenging country from this? Just pick one and tell us why.
All the countries are challenging. Again, it's a difficult question. Honestly, I mean, each country really, or each market unit has very different challenges, and of course they have some similarities in some sense, but they have also very difficult challenges and very different challenges. However, again, people, I feel that across all our region, the main common thing is warmth. Everyone is very warm, very friendly, very easy to deal with, and this is something that makes us easily communicating with each other, and things are very easy to it makes us interact very smoothly. Let me put it this way. So again, if I cannot really pick a certain market unit or a certain country whereby we have challenge, because honestly, each country has its specific challenges. Again, I really enjoy dealing with people from all these from all our vast region, and it's again this warm culture that we have all together, and the similarities that we have makes it easy for us to deal together. I don't find an issue dealing with anyone from any country, and this is not a political answer. Okay. This is a genuine answer, really, and the true answer, really.
let's change the perspective in this case.
Yes, okay, better. Yeah.
I know that
To make it.
each country has its specifics,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Do you have in mind any specifics of one of these countries? Well, it could be good for sure. So what has impacted you? We asked before which city had more impact on you. Now maybe you have in mind some specifics in one of these countries that you were surprised or amazed by. Not Riyadh, okay, because we are in Riyadh.
Yeah.
Not Egypt because they are Egyptians. So you have the rest.
I was going to say Egypt because of their aggressiveness, in pursuing
not
business.
allowed. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm not allowed to speak about Egypt as well. I was really like very positively, impressed by the region of Pakistan, for example. The team there also are working sometimes in very difficult economic conditions. However, the way they deal with the customers, the way they maneuver through all the challenges that to sell SAP solutions has really inspired me. It's a difficult region, specifically Pakistan, Iraq. These are very difficult countries with lots of political and economical challenges or specifics. So working there in such an agile manner, winning all the time, winning and growing in such conditions. Also the mentality of the team there, always very positive, always very honest about every specific or every detail of the business. Really, this has really impressed me. So,
interesting. Yeah. I used to deal also with people from Pakistan, and I confirm what you said. Regardless of the circumstances, they make it happen.
Exactly. So let me put it this way.
Right.
And again, every and across all our market units, you will find very similar, perseverance, I would say, or determination, to make business happen and to meet our customer needs and grow together, in the market.
Excellent. I have the feeling that you are involved, and maybe it might be a topic of your heart at the end of the day. It's the upskilling and reskilling, because of this SAP Academy for engineers and all of the initiatives and so on. So here's a question for you. I'm a student, okay? Mm-hmm. Undergraduate, I'm still at the university, and I'm hesitating about my career. Convince me to start an SAP career.
SAP really broadens your horizon. Joining SAP or studying to join SAP, for sure, will make you a different person. I will not say more. I was saying in the beginning of our meeting today. The 3 years that I have spent here are equivalent, I don't want to exaggerate, but like at least 6 or 9 years elsewhere. Here you are exposed to multiple industries, 25 industries. You are exposed in a very positive and growing manner. I mean, focusing on technology, innovation, how to serve this industry. So being exposed to such industries makes you a different person and adds a lot to your skill set. The technology skill set, or even business skill set to deal and understand the challenges or opportunities within these industries. So SAP gives you this chance to broaden your perspectives, your horizons, deal and really get involved up to 25 industries. So this is a very unique opportunity for anyone. And again, it will get you out of your comfort zone. I'll come back to this comfort zone. And once you are out of your comfort zone, you'll grow.
You'll grow. Excellent. Well said. Well said. Listen, Ahmed, it has been a pleasure having you in SAP Chats.
Thank you.
Any thoughts before we close?
Thank you, Walid. We are very happy to have you here, and very pleased to meet you personally, and inshallah we'll meet in Morocco or in other areas of our region, vast region. But again, thank you very much. It has been really a pleasure. You have some difficult questions, some also very inspiring questions. So thank you for this, and all the best. And, thank you again.
Thanks for the fantastic conversation. Looking forward to meet maybe in another country. So follow us on YouTube, on SAP Chat channel, and follow me on LinkedIn for more contents. Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you. Thank you, Ali. Thanks, sir.